So I'm getting ready to embark on this journey to study the speech patterns and the differences in speech patterns uh, in regards to men and women. What do I expect? I'll be honest, I'm inclined to believe that women tend to talk a little bit more than men. However, um, there are guys like myself who tend to talk a lot. So I'm actually going into this with an open mind. I really don't know what to expect. So I'm very excited to find out.
Okay, so in general, I think women talk more than men, just because it seems like women have more usually women tend to have more explicit more intimate relationships with their peers and with their other friends.
So I think in general, women have a tendency to talk more than men. I think it's more of a biological reason for this than anything else.
I think that girls talk more than guys. I don't know, we just express what we're feeling more, so we talk to each other more. I feel like we like share more with each other, whereas guys, I don't know, they keep more things to themselves, or they don't like talking about more like as many things as girls like talking about.
Well, I really believe that it really depends on what you're talking about. I know from my personal experience, the people that I'm friends with are very opinionated, so everyone talks about the same. So I guess it really depends just on what you're talking about.
And they usually talk about their lives, and they have way more to discuss as compared to men who usually talk about something like really concrete like sports, and when that discussion ends, they usually don't share too much about their personal lives.
Well, I think women tend to talk more about their problems or gossip and things around them. Men, I think, generally talk more about things not explicitly related to them, but more about other things like sports or other things that they're concerned with.
Like if a girl is like, having a bad day, she'll want to talk about it, and like talk about everything that happened to her. Or, even if like we'll talk about like our relationships like with our friends, like I don't know, just if somebody upset us or if something like made us really happy, like we'll talk about it more. Whereas I feel like guys, I don't know, as far as like the emotional aspects, they don't really share as much with each other. They feel, and it might be like kind of like a societal thing too. Like guys were kind of like raised and shown that like they're not supposed to show their emotions more, so that might be why. But like whereas girls were like encouraged to show our emotions and encouraged to share things with each other, whereas guys more like keep things to themselves. That's just the way I see it.
From politics to religion to anything, all those controversial issues, everyone has something to say.
In 2007, an article was published in Scientific American about a study that James Pennebaker of the University of Texas performed studying the speech patterns between men and women. Dr. Pennebaker took a sample size of 396 university students, approximately half male and half female, and studied their speech patterns for approximately 1 day. What he found was that in 1 day, the average male spoke 15,669 words, while the average female spoke 16,215 words in a day, which is almost statistically identical. It is also worth noting that the individual during the study who spoke the least amount of words per day was a male who only spoke a surprising 500 words in 1 day. However, when considering the average male and the average female speak almost the exact same amount of words per day. Dr. Pennebaker felt that it was also worth noting that the content in these conversations was not exactly identical. He did note that women tend to talk more about people, whereas men still talked more about concrete objects. So let it be known that although men and women still do talk about different things in their daily lives, the amount of words that they speak in a day are not all that different.